This is Sonic X-treme, the first 3D Sonic game meant to rival Super Mario 64. But after a chaotic and destructive development, it was cancelled. That should have been the end, but years later, multiple versions mysteriously leaked online of the game. And today, I'm playing every single one of them and uncovering the insane story of how Sega destroyed Sonic X-treme from the inside out. Starting with the earliest known build, version 001. This version is from November 28th, 1995. Simply just a raw version to get Sega to fund the game. So as you can see, we're in this checkerboard level. By the way, I've played this before and it's so boomer it will not run properly unless it's in an old computer like a Windows 98. Okay, I actually have good control of it. It is still mad sensitive, but as you can see, there's like this weird checkerboard level. You see a bunch of Sonics here, like this is absolutely cursed. When I played this game last time, look at this, like holy goodness. Why are there 50 billion demonic Sonics running in place like this? Like what type of technical demo were they building here? This version was pretty much made in someone's basement, in secret on a Windows 95 PC, way before Sonic X-treme was even a real project. As you can tell, this is not exactly rivaling Super Mario 64. As we go through more versions in this video, you're gonna see like how this game evolved. I'm in a sky, so this is like a sky box. There's like this checkerboard in the sky and there's like a bunch of Sonics. It's like, such a weird setting for a Sonic game. But I guess it did enough because Sega was impressed enough to fund it. Sonic X-treme was finally real, and from here on, the chaos begins. Next up, V37. By mid-1996, Sonic X-treme was officially a Sega Saturn game. This demo build, known as V37, introduced some of the most wildest ideas ever introduced to a 3D platformer. And it was even shown to the world at a gaming convention. We went from version 001 to all the way to version 37. I don't know who came up with these version numbers. I don't know how. I don't know why. There's actually 150 levels in version 37. So I will be speed running through them because this video easily could be an hour long. Let's begin. Okay, so this is one version. You see so if you see right there in the top corner, that's the same Sonic model that was in version 001 that we just played. So this is honestly busted. I'm literally a ball. I'm literally the Sonic in his ball form. So here's the deal with most of these 150 levels. They're kind of busted, like really busted. But that's what makes it so cool. We get a good look at the Sonic model, so you can see how like the Sonic model evolved dramatically. This is like a more 3D Sonic. He has animations, he's moving, bro got his fist up, he's like ready to punch something. Boom, boom, boom. We're basically peeking behind the scenes of how Sonic X-treme was being built. Raw, messy, and totally experimental. So there's a lot of this type of level design. The sand colored brick. And I'm just running a straight line. Oh, this is like a full-on obstacle, huh? Damn, I dropped. Whoa. This is a level. Damn. Oh, can I jump? Nope. This is like a maze. This is like a purple maze. There's like flames and stuff. Whoa. I like this theme. How's like there's stuff like as I move forward, there's more stuff. This is like Egyptian. You see this? There's like a weird design here. Oh, I can jump. You see this? I can infinitely jump. Whoa. There were so many different types of levels. It's actually ridiculous. It looks like the dev team was just throwing everything at the wall. Random textures, floating platforms, blocks stitched together however they could. You could move Sonic forward, back, left, and right. And remember, this was Sonic's first 3D game ever. These devs were not just building levels, they were inventing how 3D Sonic should even work. Oh, this actually makes I move fast in this thing. Whoa. Oh my gosh, that was tripping. I couldn't stop. Oh, so this is one of the most, this is the unique mechanic of Sonic X-treme. It's where you can like the level turns on itself. It would work like right here, where like the level would turn like this. And this was gonna be like the gameplay. The turning mechanic right there, that's the exact kind of thing that could have made this game rival Super Mario 64. And remember, they were inventing stuff like this back in 1996. Boomer time. The next levels I'm about to show you guys, you'll see just how insane this really is. So this level would have been like something like this. It would have been like, okay, go here now. Yo, dodge all the lava. Oh, I'm moving mad fast. Remember that gaming convention I mentioned earlier? That was E3, and this exact level, alongside a few others, were shown off there in 1996. Sega fully revealed Sonic X-treme to the public, totally intending to release it. Players even got to try the game themselves. It might have been this V37 build I'm playing right now, or something super close to it. But there was one big issue. Whoa, enemies with full-on animation. See this? Wow. As you can see, this would have been like the level. But I'm pretty sure they scrapped this. Like Sega told them, yo, scrap this entire thing. The wildest part, Sega Japan, the people at the top, absolutely hated what the US team was building with Sonic X-treme. No matter how cool or creative it looked, they just weren't impressed. Sega, whoever's like, no, don't make this anymore, switch it. The reason why is not 100% clear, but it probably had something to do with the fact that it ran horribly on the console it was being built for, the Sega Saturn. This game was too powerful for its own hardware, so Sega Japan told the team to scrap it, completely start over. I realized this mid-gameplay and I started raging. Please enjoy my crash out. I love how the level you can go like forward and backwards, side to side, like holy, developers were cooking. And they scrapped this? Are you dumb? So this 3D Blast released the same year Super Mario 64. I know this game. I remember I had this game. Shout out to whoever's video this is. Are you serious, bro? This is gonna compete with Super Mario 64. This is what they released in the same year to compete with Mario 64. What are we talking about? I'm not saying this is a bad game, but like this game compared to Sonic X-treme that I'm playing right now, the game that they deleted and didn't release, the difference is ridiculous. You really scrapped that for this. What? After that well-needed crash out, I chilled out and took a look at this. Version 37 also had a, I guess, version 37 editor. This is where mans were like making the games like with this. But like this editor pulls up the same level as what we were looking at before, like the more polished one. Right here. And then mans, this actually looks mad confusing. I probably could figure this out. But like, apparently they were like building the levels like this. You look at this, wow. What is this? Look how I can interact with these blocks. Holy goodness. Yeah, this was the program they were using to build Sonic X-treme. Unfortunately, Sega Japan hated it, so let's go to the next version following that disaster. V40. The dev team was forced to rebuild Sonic X-treme from scratch. This version, known as V40, is what desperation looks like. Let's check it out. So there's actually two versions of V40, one for PC and one for the Sega Saturn. Over a year ago, I played the Saturn version and it's absolutely busted. Look at this, it's fried. There are like 50 billion Sonics glitching out on screen. Totally unplayable for me. This mess shows just how badly the dev team was struggling to get Sonic X-treme working on the Saturn. But here's the cool part. The PC version you're seeing right now, it was actually rebuilt by a fan. Massive shout out to Jolly Roger, the legend who took the broken code for boomer computers and made it run on modern PCs. If it wasn't for him, we probably wouldn't be able to play most of these Sonic X-treme builds. I know mans were stressed, they were pissed, like holy shit, we really gotta rebuild this. Like if you look at it, when I move back and forth, it's different. I actually like this. I like how it transitions like this. It's actually nice. V40 was a transition time of the dev team, rebuilding the game and scrapping the old stuff. There's not too much going on here, other than a blue checkerboard level and a Sonic you can move around. If you are enjoying the content though, and I know you are because why would you be watching 9 minutes into the video, don't forget to subscribe for more wacky mastering content. Before I get into the playable builds of the rebuilt Sonic X-treme, let's talk about the mythical V53. This is V53, an unplayable level editor, pretty much like the V37 one we looked at, that may have been used to help rebuild Sonic X-treme after everything got restarted. No footage exists, just a few screenshots, which is odd. Someone might have this, which could have held more lost versions of the game we'll never get to see. Now, let's move on to V714. This version is from July 14th, 1996 and is the closest Sonic X-treme ever got to being a full-on game. It was even playable on the Sega Saturn, but behind the scenes, things were falling apart. As you can see, the Sonic model is indeed buggy. This is a similar Sonic model, but I feel like it's kind of different too. This version as well has the turning mechanic, but I don't think it works. All I can do is I can just turn the screen. Huh? But the actual mechanic where I can like go up walls and stuff literally doesn't work. This unfinished green grass area is the entire V714. I think it was supposed to be called Jade Gully. And here are some images of what it probably would have looked like complete. The real question is, who leaked these images? Because this is kind of confirming there might be a more complete build out there sitting in someone's old dusty hard drive. As you can see, the blue checkerboard we saw in version 40 is out there as well. Whoa, where did I just go? Okay, so I jumped off the level. I am stuck, I think. I'm stuck in this motion. But as you can see, I'm on the blue checkerboard and I'm in this weird spinny motion. Yep, that hurts me. They didn't have that in version 37 though. Why is there a giant blue Sonic? I've never seen this before. Why is there a giant blue Sonic head here? What is going on? Like, what is this? V714 looks a lot like V37, which means the dev team was finally making real progress. It's starting to feel like an actual playable Sonic game. Sure, some key features are missing, but for the first time in a while, things looked hopeful. And this was huge because Sega needed this game to hit. Super Mario 64 had just dropped and was blowing everyone's minds. This was Nintendo's 3D revolution. Sonic X-treme was supposed to be Sega's answer, their big weapon for the holiday season. But there was one big issue. The deadline to finish Sonic X-treme was just 5 months away, December 1996. The pressure was brutal. The dev team was crunching hard and burnout was hitting everyone. If they could just hold it together, this might actually make it. But just 4 days later, the final leaked version, V718, would decide Sonic X-treme's fate. This version is from July 18th, 1996. It was the team's last-ditch effort to prove this game could work, but it may have been already too late. There's actually a title screen here, Sonic X-treme. And this is Jade Gully. This is literally a level. My score is, if you see the score on the top left, is going inflate up for some reason. So this is the Sonic model from 714, but it's not glitchy, it's not buggy. I did see him blink, yeah, so he has more animations now. And I can move better, I can jump, I can spin. I can do like this dash move. There's some enemies here. Not enemies, they're like friendlies, like birds. This does have like a weird like trippy look. I don't mind this at all, but like when you compare it to 37, the version that was scrapped by the higher ups at Sega, it doesn't make sense. Why is the grass moving like that? You guys see this? Why is the grass moving like that? What? I just realized even the water's moving weird. Like this literally looks like this was made in like a psychedelic dream simulator trip. Fun fact, this version was the first one to ever leak online. It was originally bought by a private collector for $2,500. Sega staff was probably selling it. Damn. Around this time, the dev team was collapsing from overwork. Team members were getting hospitalized. It was getting crazy. So ultimately, Sega canceled the game after this. Wow, it was over just like that. This is sad. Like, this video got sadder and sadder as I went on. I do wonder why V37 could not work properly on the Saturn. Solving that issue would have saved everything. But there may be lost builds out there, versions that may exist and are hidden. Let's quickly go over the most intriguing ones. Crazy enough, bits and pieces of footage have leaked over the years, showing even earlier prototypes, versions of the game before it was even called Sonic X-treme. You can spot the test builds, the janky animations, and all this like random stuff going on the screen. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Honestly, the amount of footage out there for this one canceled game is pretty ridiculous. No one really knows how many versions are sitting out there in someone's hard drive. And surprisingly, most of the clips you're seeing right now were leaked by their original developers. So they may have it. They're just like, yo, I'm not leaking it. Even though Sonic X-treme is unreleased, it still lives on as one of gaming's biggest what-ifs. If you want to dive deeper into this insane story, or watch the footage you're seeing right now yourself, links will be down below in the description. And also, fans have remade parts of Sonic X-treme. If you want to play yourself and see what this game would have been like, I would definitely check it out. I played it myself and it's actually pretty good. And that's the video, guys. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.